Hi, I'm Kayla, and today I want to talk about Holo Taco. Holo Taco is a brand run by Christine from Simply Nailogical. Christine is a YouTuber who has very interesting channels. Initially, she started out doing nail art tutorials and has kind of veered her way towards more kind of fun, entertaining content. I recently found Christine before quarantine, if we can remember that far back. Really got into nail polish during quarantine, and a lot of that is due to finding Christine's channel. I really respect that she is still kind of an average person, but not really. My plan for this video is to take all the reviews that different people have posted on YouTube and see what the general consensus is. Is it something that's worth your money? I watched a bunch of review videos from 133 different YouTubers. A lot of people didn't just put out one video. I didn't note how many specific videos I watched, but it was a lot. I think I started collecting my data in May. What did I do? 5 people, or about 4%, received products in PR. About 35% of the channels that I looked at predominantly focused on nail polish. Beauty or cosmetic channels more generally took up about 14%. The next set of channels were lifestyle channels, things like vlog, day of my life type video. This took up about 5%. The final category that I looked at were other. These were channels that either I couldn't really gauge what they were about, channels that weren't really related to nail polish, gaming channels, ASMR, art channels. There was a ton of variety. The other category took up about 48% of the channels that I looked at. A lot of people who didn't necessarily paint their nails a lot but got into nail polish, kind of like I did through Christine. So I thought that was really interesting. In this video, I generally talk about a few things: observations, thoughts about a product, the number of people or percentage of people who actually like the polish, and then my own observations and if I've tried the product, and if I like the product, would I recommend this product. All of the Holo Taco products, except for Glossy Taco, are 5 free. This means that they're free of the 5 dangerous chemicals often found in nail polishes. Any experience I've had with Holo Taco customer service has been stellar. They respond quickly, and they're really nice. These are $11 for 12 milliliters of product. 54 different people, 40.6% of everybody that I analyzed, viewed something from this category. They averaged about 1.7 products each. I actually had a hard time finding opinion about these products. They just often mentioned that they used them, which was very frustrating. The first product that I want to talk about is the long-lasting base coat. This product is supposed to improve the wear time of your manicure and prevent premature chipping and peeling. It's supposed to protect against discoloration. It is quick drying, applies clear, and is 5 free. I found 9 reviews with 100% liking the product. Most people didn't actually do a wear test with the polish and didn't really say a ton of feelings towards it. One person did do a wear test. Their polish lasted about 7 days. I personally haven't tried the long-lasting base coat. This quarantine, I've been changing my polish almost every day. If you are looking for a long-lasting base coat, this is probably a decent bet. The next product I'm going to talk about is the Peely base coat. It's a water-based Peely formula. It's supposed to make it a lot easier to remove your polish, especially glitter polish. It's not supposed to cause any damage to the nail. It's a thin formula and it applies clear. It doesn't specifically say on the website how long to let the Peely base dry. However, with the Peely base that I use, I tend to let it dry 4 to 5 minutes before I apply the color. I find that if it's not fully dry, it'll act like wet glue and glob up. It sounds disgusting. I found 24 people reviewed this product and about 21 indicated that they liked it. That's about an 88% likability score. That's what I'm going to call it. One of the reviews that said that they didn't like it indicated that they were surprised that it came off. So I don't know if they fully understood what the Peely base is supposed to do. It's possible that not everybody likes this because they aren't a big fan of Peely bases. Some of the reviews indicated that this base is really good for people who like glitter nail polish and want to change their nail polish regularly. It's not necessarily meant for people who want their nails to last. I haven't personally bought this, but I will consider purchasing it if I'm making an order and my Peely base is low or done. The third and final base coat is the smoothing base. If you have any dents or ridges in your nails, it's supposed to smooth it out, even out discoloration, and minimize imperfections. Unlike the other base coats, this one does have a color to it, a milky nude. 5 people reviewed this base coat. It appears that all of them liked it. This one did have the fewest reviews of all the products that I looked at. Someone noted that it will not remove deep unevenness to your nail, but that the polish on top looks a lot smoother with it on. I personally own this polish and I like it. I do experience lifting of the polish at the sides. It didn't appear to be advertised as long lasting. I have been leaning towards using a peely base coat and then layering this one on top. I do like the effect that it gives your nail, so if you have a long-lasting base coat, this would really layer with it really nicely as well, and it would give that smooth kind of texture, and the long-lasting base would help it adhere to the nail. However, because it lifts at the side, I do end up pulling it off, and I did do some damage to my nail, I think. My own wear issues with this polish has more to do with me and less to do with the actual polish itself. I would repurchase it when mine kind of runs out. Holo Taco has 2 top coats, Glossy Taco and a Super Glossy Taco. Glossy Taco is supposed to have a long-lasting glossy shine, non-yellowing, and it's supposed to bring out the holo in all of their holographic polishes. 30 people reviewed this product and 27 people indicated that they liked it. That is about 87%. So the people who didn't like it indicated that they didn't see a difference between the glossy and other glossy top coats. They experienced chipping, some transferring over black. It was hard to get smooth over top of the creme polish, and they also indicated experiencing some issues with smearing over nail art. A lot of people did have a really positive experience with it. One person indicated that they had minimal chipping after 5 days. A lot of people were confirming that it's fast drying, very glossy. Somebody also indicated that this was an exceptional top coat and that they really liked it. I have this polish. The second time I used it, it got really gloopy and kind of like it had dried out even though I hadn't left it open, and I was like frustrated. I kept adding nail polish thinner, and I'll make it work. Months later, I decide,
oh, I can contact customer service.
Maybe this isn't supposed to be happening. It's not. If you experience issues like I had, don't be like me and don't fight it. Just contact them. I got a Glossy Taco shipped to me almost immediately. It really does look a lot nicer than my other top coat that I've been using. The other top coat is the Super Glossy Taco. This one says super quick dry. Makes me think that it's an even faster drying formula than the Glossy Taco. It's super glossy and long lasting, so it indicates on the Holo Taco website that the Super Glossy is durable and chip resistant, and these things weren't indicated on the Glossy Taco. This leads me to think that it's supposed to be a bit hardier than the Glossy Taco. Like Glossy Taco, it's supposed to bring out the holo in holographic polishes. This one, however, is not 5 free, and there is a warning that it contains purulane. 21 people reviewed this polish, and there were 19 positive reviews. That's about 90%. One of the individuals who disliked the polish indicated that they didn't see a difference compared to other top coats, whereas other people really did like it. They really liked how thick it is, how it really brings out the holo. Somebody indicated that it looks more like a gel polish compared to Glossy Taco. Somebody who did a wear test indicated that there were minimal chipping after 5 days. 2 people indicated that they prefer the Super Glossy formula over the Glossy Taco formula. A couple people indicated that it's very smooth, thick. Some people indicated that it's a very strong scent when wet. I personally wouldn't buy the Super Glossy formula. I personally like the Glossy formula, and I'm pretty happy with it. All the polishes released last July.
Holo Taco.
79 influencers, or about 59.4%, reviewed this collection. They averaged about 3 products per person. First, I'm going to talk about the toppers from the launch collection. 3 polishes that are different holographic pigments suspended in a clear base. These are really good for layering over colored polishes. These are $13 for 12 milliliters of product. If you want a stronger holo finish, then you can kind of layer it up. If you experience or you're afraid of transfer of your base color, you can put a coat of clear Glossy Taco or clear top coat between your base color and the topper. I don't think I've ever done that. You do want to use a Glossy Taco on top of these toppers. I don't recommend using a matte top coat because it will remove that holo finish. All of the reviews that I looked at were positive for the toppers, which is always a good sign. The first topper that I want to talk about is the Flaky Taco.
The asymmetrical holo flakies offer a dazzling sparkle with an edge that can't be missed.
43 people reviewed this polish, and it was 13 people's favorite. Some people noted that you may need to move around the flakies to kind of get an even coverage. I have flaky Holo Taco. I really like it. The flakies almost look like chocolate shavings. Somebody referred to it as pencil shavings. Sounded prettier than pencil shavings. Almost a curled looking piece of holographic flakes. Because of that texture, 1 to 2 coats of the glossy taco to smooth it down. The next polish I want to talk about is the linear Holo Taco. These are tiny holographic pigments that form rainbows when you look at them with direct light. It had 47 reviews, and it was 3 people's favorite. Some of these reviews noted that it's easy to get an even spread. Someone noted that there's a bit of a learning curve to determine what colors this looks best over. It does kind of give a bit of a silver sheen. I have this polish and I love it. Initially I was super disappointed because I put it on and I was like, I don't really see any of this. What is this? Like, I don't think there's anything there. It was in the dark, and then went outside or something and it was like, oh, this is magical, like super sparkly. So don't be like me. So yeah, I would say it's the most subtle of all the toppers that you can get from Holo Taco at the moment. I think it's really pretty over more nude and muted colors because it does add a very sophisticated look to the polish. It does look very pretty over other colors, but I find if you're looking for kind of a more professional look, it looks really pretty. The last topper from the launch collection that we're going to talk about is the Scattered Holo Taco. This is great for adding some sparkle to nail polish and nail art without kind of taking away from the design. 45 people reviewed this. 1 person indicated it was their favorite of the 3 toppers. I don't have Scattered Holo Taco, and I kind of kick myself every time I think about the fact that I don't have it because it does look so pretty, especially in these reviews. A couple people have compared it to like galaxies. In the launch collection, they had 2 creme polishes, which is what I'm going to talk about next. Overall, they're $11 for 12 milliliters. The creme polishes, based on the reviews, are not great for water marbling, but they are stampable. The first creme polish that we're going to talk about is the 1 Coat Black. The website does indicate that it could cause staining based on the concentration of the pigments. This had the greatest number of reviews out of all the Holo Taco products, with 60 reviews and 59 people indicating that they like it, but only had 1 negative review. The person indicated that they weren't a fan of the brush and that it was runny. Most people found it opaque in 1 coat. Everyone who showed swatches of it had 1 coat of it on their nail. Someone indicated that it's the best black that she's ever tried. It had good coverage ingredients when it sponged onto the nail, dried fast. It self-levels well. Would I buy it? I'm not sure. I do have a black polish that I do like. I don't use black polish a ton. I don't know if that I would end up using the black that I currently have up fast enough to justify buying a 1 Coat Black, at least not at the moment, but maybe in the future I will. The next thing I want to talk about is Royalty Blue, the other creme polish from the launch collection, the rich royal blue color. There are 45 reviews of Royalty Blue, with 37 people indicating that they like it. That is about an 82%. It did have the greatest number of negative reviews, with some people indicating that it was gooey, they had issues with the brush, it's not self-leveling, and that it's sticky, that it's streaky, and it's thick. Some of the people that did like it also indicated some of these things as well. It has really good coverage in gradients. I own it. I personally really like it. Like some of the people said, it's not quite as self-leveling, so you will see some of the brush strokes. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing because it's not noticeable once you put that top coat on. It might bother some people more than it would me. Overall, for the launch collection, the toppers are a pretty safe bet. Most people liked them. I don't know if you need to buy all of them, especially if you don't tend to wear a ton of polish. I really like them. The cremes are a bit more hit or miss. Based on the positive reception of 1 Coat Black, I would say it's a pretty safe bet if you're looking for a black polish. There appear to be some issues with Royalty Blue, so it's not quite as safe of a bet. I personally really like the color, and I didn't have any issues with it. The next collection that Holo Taco launched was their Holoday Collection. These polishes are $13 for 12 milliliter bottles of polish. These were 5 holographic glitter polishes with micro, small, and medium-sized glitters. The website recommends 2 to 3 coats. Most people that I looked at use 2 coats. With all these polishes, you can sponge them on to get kind of a more packed look. I don't think that's necessary. I think they're pretty pigmented with 2 coats. With all these polishes, they recommend using 2 coats of glossy or super glossy Watched Taco to even out the glitter texture because they are more of a textured polish. 44 people, 33.1% of the influencers reviewed this collection. They reviewed an average of 3.2 polishes each.
First up is Frostlight. Frostlight is 100% real silver and light blue holographic glitters in a tinted light blue jelly base.
There were 29 reviews, all of them were positive. Some of the things that people noticed were that it glides on nicely. It is hard to remove. I don't personally own this one. If you want a light blue holographic polish, I think it's really pretty and I would buy it if I could buy all of the polishes. The next polish is the Midnight Spark.
Midnight Spark is 100% real silver indigo and purple holographic glitters in a tinted vibrant purple-blue jelly base.
So there were 28 reviews of Midnight Spark, and one person indicated that they didn't like the polish. They specifically indicated that they weren't a fan of the color and that they felt underwhelmed. 2 people indicated that this was their favorite of the collection. Some of the other things that people noted were that it dries quickly, and so you need to work quickly. Some people indicated that it was slightly harder to work with than some of the other polishes and that it was a bit clumpier. I don't own this one. I'd like to. If you like the color, I would recommend. Party Punch is the next one.
Party Punch is 100% real silver and pink holographic glitters in a pink jelly base.
This one has 28 reviews. All of them were positive, and 4 people indicated that it was their favorite. No unique things about this one that people were mentioning. I've owned this one. I got to use it about twice, and then the bag that I was kind of holding it in fell off of my desk, and then it died a really sad, glittery death. The glass bottle just like shattered. I want to rebuy it. I just haven't yet. The next polish on my list is Play Rosé.
Play Rosé is 100% real silver and gold holographic glitters in a tinted blush pink jelly base.
This one I think is kind of interesting because people who sponged it onto the nail, it came off as more gold. When you paint it onto the nails, more of a pinky champagne. This one has 23 reviews. All of them were positive. 3 of them indicated that this was their favorite polish. I really like this one. It is a pain to remove. The last one in the collection is Rainbow Snow.
Rainbow Snow is 100% real silver holographic glitters in a clear base.
This one has 33 reviews, all positive. 2 indicated that this is their favorite. I don't own this, but I would like it. I don't think it would be the first one for me to buy just based on what I like. I do tend to kind of gravitate towards warmer colors. Overall, the Holoday Collection is a pretty safe bet. If you like the look of them, I think you'd be quite happy. The only negative review was indicating that they didn't like the color of Midnight Spark, which is a personal preference thing. Our next collection is the Unicorn Collection. This was introduced a few months ago. 40 influencers, or about 30.1 of all the people I looked at, reviewed this collection, and they had an average of 3.5 products each. This launch contained 3 toppers and 2 cremes. The toppers were $13 for 12 milliliters. They recommend 1 coat over a base color. However, you can sponge them on, and I think it looks really pretty, and it kind of adds a neat, effect to the nail. They also look different over light and dark colored bases. These toppers all had 100% positive reviews, which is exciting. Aurora is the first one I want to talk about.
This iridescent flaky top coat transforms your nails like a wash of colorful lights in the night sky. Over a dark base, the translucent asymmetrical flakies will shift in color from a bold blue purple to a hint of pink. Over a light base, they appear yellow, green, and blue.
So this one had 27 reviews, again all positive, which is great. Some of the things that people noted was that it was really nice over royalty blue. It's similar to Cosmic over a white polish. I think it looks really pretty. If you like the colors, I would say go for it. I haven't tried this particular topper, but it sounds like people really did like them if you like that effect on the nail. Next up is Cosmic.
Over a dark base, the translucent asymmetrical flakies will shift in color from a bright pink purple to a surprise of yellow and green. Over a light base, they appear green, blue, and purple.
This one had 28 reviews. The Cosmic flakies were larger than the other toppers. It was more subtle. Someone else indicated that it was very pretty over purple and black. There was one review where someone didn't understand that it was a topper when they purchased it. I don't know how you would get that impression. but that must have really sucked. The last topper I'm going to talk about is Solar.
Over a dark base, the translucent asymmetrical flakies will shift in color from a vibrant red-orange to a glowing yellow-green. Over a light base, they appear pink and cyan blue.
This one had 27 reviews, again all positive. This one is very packed with flakies and appears to have smaller flakies than the others. I own this topper. I think it's really pretty. When I got it, I didn't realize how subtle it was going to be. I think it looks really cool packed on with a sponge. And I think it looks really neat over warmer colors because it kind of almost makes your fingers look like they're on fire. Is that good? I don't know. As I mentioned earlier, this collection comes with 2 creme polishes. They are $11 for 12 milliliters. Based on the reviews, they appear to be sampleable, but do not water marble very well. The first is Indigo Away.
Indigo Away is a deep purple indigo polish with a creme formula.
This one is opaque in 2 to 3 coats. It does indicate that it may cause some staining. This one had 25 reviews with no negative reviews, so they were all positive. Some people noted that it was kind of like a dark purple with a cool undertone. Other people indicated that it was a dark blue with a hint of purple. I would say that it kind of does look like a deep, cool toned purple. I own it. I like it. I do think it looks really pretty on the nails. I would prefer using the Indigo Away over a black polish. Under the toppers, I would recommend. The next creme polish is Not Milky White.
Not Milky White is a super opaque, pure white polish with a creme formula.
This one is opaque in 1 to 2 coats. Most people did use 2 coats. This one may thicken over time with air exposure, according to the website. If this happens, use a few drops of nail polish thinner. 28 people reviewed this polish and 23 people liked it, so that is 82%. One of the people that didn't like this polish indicated that it reminded them of liquid chalk. Other people indicated that it wasn't as self-leveling and that it was quite thick and it needs polish thinner to kind of make it a little bit more usable. Some of the people that did like it indicated that it was very fast drying. There is a bit of a learning curve to using it just because of the thickness of it. People also indicated that it was exceptional and the perfect white. This one seems to be kind of more personal preference. I don't think it's something that I would gravitate towards purchasing just because I don't like thicker polishes. What are you up to? So I'm not a big fan of thicker polishes. I think it would bother me. However, I'm not super sold on the white polishes that I have at the moment anyways. Overall, for the holiday collection, just like with the launch collection, the toppers are a safe bet. Again, the cremes are a bit hit and miss. Indigo Away was very well received, but Not Milky White was not as consistently loved. If you like thick polishes and you're looking for white, it might be a good bet. However, it's not something that I think I would buy. I would recommend Indigo Away or any of the unicorn skin toppers if that's something that you think you would use. This is a set of 7 holographic linear polishes, the varying hues of the rainbow. According to the website, they are fully opaque in 2 coats, and because they don't have any glitter in them, they easily remove with nail polish remover. These polishes are $14 for 12 milliliters. Christine has noted that they are more expensive than some of the other polishes, and the reason that they're more expensive is because of the quality of the holographic pigments that they use. 39 influencers reviewed this collection. That is about 29.3% of all the influencers, and they averaged about 6.5 polishes each. Most people got the full collection, but there were 1 or 2 that had only 1 or 2 of the polishes. Overall, this one was very well received. Most people indicated with most of the polishes that you could get away with 1 coat. However, the second coat tended to make the holographic kind of pop more. Someone indicated that they wished it was slightly more hollow, which is kind of my initial reaction. Like with the linear topper, I wore it outside and I realized, damn, this thing sparkles like crazy. Generally, people indicated that it was a smooth formula and that it was quite packed with the hollow, and it doesn't do well with water marbling. First up, we've got Red Licorice.
Red Licorice is a bright red polish packed with linear holographic pigment for a super intense linear hollow flame.
It has 37 positive reviews, no negative reviews. This one is very vibrant, a cool toned red. I would say that it's a pretty true red.
I wanted to compare Red Licorice to Party Punch. When we look at the two colors side by side, red licorice looks slightly more warmer toned. When we look really closely, it looks like it would lean closer to orange than Party Punch, whereas Party Punch leans closer to pink and it's slightly more cooler toned. They are very similar in color, however, you do really notice the difference between the two in terms of the size of glitters. So Party Punch has those chunky, thick glitters, whereas red licorice is a linear holographic, so you don't see the glitter quite as much. It's more of a subtle glow.
Next up, we've got Orange Drink.
Orange Drink is a vibrant tangerine orange polish packed with linear holographic pigment.
This one has 38 reviews, 1 negative, the rest positive. This person indicated that it was too thick and I don't think enjoyed the color. Next up, we've got Lemon Sucker.
Lemon Sucker is a deepened lemon yellow polish packed with linear holographic pigment.
So this one had 36 reviews, all of them were positive. It's a bright yellow, leans a little bit greenish. I think this one's probably my favorite out of the Rainbow Collection, but I honestly have a little soft spot for all of the colors. So next up is Green Taffy.
Green Taffy is a vibrant true green polish packed with linear holographic pigment.
This one had 36 reviews, all of them are positive. Next up is Blue Freezy.
Blue Freezy is a vibrant, rich blue polish packed with linear holographic pigment.
This one had 35 reviews, all positive. Someone indicated that this one is the easiest to dupe of all the polishes.
Blue Freezy and Midnight Spark both have a pretty strong blue intensity. However, I would say the big difference between the two is that Midnight Spark leans closer towards kind of a purple color, whereas Blue Freezy is more of a cooler toned blue. And then the other big difference is the kind of size of the glitters.
Alright, next up is Purple Slushy.
Purple Slushy is a true purple shade packed with linear holographic pigment.
So this one had 37 reviews, all positive. The next one is Magenta Jelly.
Magenta Jelly is a deep magenta polish packed with linear holographic pigment.
This one had 37 reviews, all positive. I think it's really pretty. I think my favorites from the collection are either Lemon Sucker or Magenta Jelly. Overall, there were 255 reviews of the 7 individual polishes, and there was only 1 negative review. This works out to be essentially 100% liked reviews. More accurately, 99.6% of reviews were positive. I bought the collection. I really liked all of these polishes. I would recommend any of them. These are a limited edition and in celebration of the 1-year anniversary of Holo Taco. So these were 3 flaky toppers. These were 100% hollow flakies in a clear base. These were $13 for 12 milliliters. 11 influencers, or about 8.2% of the ones that I looked at, reviewed these polishes, and they reviewed all 3. Someone indicated that they look like cut up pieces of hex glitter. Most people preferred them over dark colors because they kind of popped a bit more, but they do give a very different vibe over light colors. 100% of the reviews were positive. I did gather this data pretty shortly after launch, and I considered going back after I kind of did my analyses.
I was concerned doing that would just kind of increase the amount of time spent preparing for the video. For polishes that potentially aren't available when you're seeing this video.
I'm assuming that Christine is probably going to release more topper polishes. This might speak to the quality of those polishes. As far as I am aware, these are still available as a bundle or individually, but the specific collection box is no longer available. The first one that we're going to talk about is the Blue Flaky. This one's a light blue. Next up was Gold. It's considered a bright yellow gold. Last up is the Purple Flaky Hollow. The color of this one's kind of like a dusty purple. I really liked these polishes. I was kind of confused because they were marketed as 100% holographic under like the indoor lighting. It only looked like some particles were. However, when I went outside and kind of moved my hand around, you could see that some of the kind of purple looking flakes were holographic. So I think that based on how it lands on the nail, the more kind of purple or hollow it looks. But they are definitely all hollow flakes.
While I was filming and editing this, Holo Taco announced and launched 3 new polishes inspired by Christine's cats, Menchie and Zyler. These 2 new polishes are packed with silver and colored hollow glitters. Menchie the cat is a twinkling baby pink holographic glitter polish packed with micro, small, and medium-sized pink and hollow glitters in a clear base. Zyler the cat is a rich, rusted orange holographic glitter polish full of micro, small, and medium-sized silver and copper hollow glitters in a deep orange tinted jelly base. I want to compare Zyler the cat to Orange Drink. So these are both quite similar polishes in terms of color. However, I would say that Zyler the cat might lean a little bit more yellow based on the pictures of the website. Again, like with Party Punch, Zyler the cat has a much thicker glitter presence, whereas Orange Drink is that linear holographic, so the pieces of glitter are a lot smaller.
Holo Taco also has some tools. I didn't review these specifically just because few reviewers actually focused on these. I do want to include them in this video just so that if you're looking at this, you are aware. Holo Taco offers a file, which is about $10 or $27 for 3. They look very pretty. I have a glass file of my own, not a Holo Taco brand nail file. I do think it is a fair price. Next up is their protective peel. A few people did use it. I didn't know whether or not people liked it or not.
It's so sad.
Basically, it's a latex barrier that you can put around your nail. It's mainly meant for using with like gradients and when you know that you're going to be quite messy with your nail polish. It looks like a fairly easy to use applicator. However, I don't know cost comparison or quality comparison to other brands. Lastly, they offer sponges, which are $3 for 6. I was supposed to get some of these when I ordered the Rainbow Collection. I didn't make a fuss of it because it was a free set of sponges. Holo Taco does offer a few bundles. Typically for the bundles, I think if you don't want all of the products in the bundle, then I don't think the bundles are worth it. I think they are a great deal if you're planning on getting everything that's in that bundle. If you're not, I don't think it's necessary. For example, the holiday bundle is $69 for $77 a product. So say you didn't want to get one of the polishes, it would cost you less just to get everything else individually, if that makes sense. I've also linked a few dupe videos, and I wanted to link them for two main reasons. The first is that it honestly highlights the quality of Holo Taco, especially in terms of the Rainbow Collection. The Nail Polish Hound reviews the Rainbow Collection and talks about some dupes. Based on this video, it's pretty clear that the collection is quite high quality compared to some of the other polishes. In one coat, the color is so much more vibrant than the other polishes. If you aren't able to get Holo Taco where you live, then it's good to know what other options you have. If you like the idea of holographic polishes, but none of the colors you're speaking to, maybe one of the dupe videos will have something that's kind of more in your alley. I also think it's important to look at how Holo Taco compares to other brands. It's important to consider the context. I looked at 9 brands, 4 drugstore brands, and 5 indie brands, and I wanted to see how Holo Taco compared. Holo Taco was on par with other indie brands in terms of size. Most brands were around 12 milliliters. The drugstore brands tended to be a bit larger. 15 milliliters seemed to be the most common. In terms of price, Holo Taco was kind of on the average to expensive end of the indie brands, and as you might expect, quite a bit higher than the drugstore brands. I did notice one thing, that the Holo Taco base and top coats seem to be on the lower end in terms of price compared to indie and also some of the drugstore brands. I think it tells us that Holo Taco is priced pretty fairly for what you get. Their other polishes are more expensive. I would say that's a pretty good indicator that they're more expensive for a reason. They're not just more expensive to make more money. However, they are expensive, and there is a bit of privilege in being able to afford those polishes. Something that I'm trying to be a bit more conscious of is the presence of polyethylene terephthalate, or PET plastics, in cosmetics. So these are tiny pieces of plastic that kind of make that glitter and hollow effect. PET plastic is a form of microplastic, and that means that it is a piece of plastic that is less than 5 millimeters in size. Microplastics are a contaminant of concern in marine and freshwater ecosystems, and they appear to affect lifespans of specific creatures in those ecosystems. PET plastic is found in a couple of the Holo Taco polishes, specifically the ones that have bigger, chunkier glitter. PET plastic is not found in cremes, in any of the linear polishes, and it doesn't appear to be in the flaky polish. My main takeaways are just don't flush anything down the toilet or rinse it down the sink. If you are removing your nail polish and you're wearing glitter, I recommend using cotton pads or something that you can dispose of in the garbage. Don't flush it down the toilet. Those contaminants might get into the water systems. If you get it on your hand, I use a piece of tape and you just use that tape to grab the glitter. It won't get everything off, but it's probably better than nothing. It makes me really happy to have these little sparkly nails, so I am still using them. I'm just trying to be safer when it comes time to kind of remove it. And this would be the same for any other types of glitter in other polishes. Overall, I really like Holo Taco. So if we're looking at Holo Taco as a whole, I think it's great. I love the polish, and I think the quality is quite high. And it appears that most of the people reviewing the polish do really enjoy the quality of the polishes. The reviews were primarily positive. So there were 890 reviews, with 865 being positive and 25 being negative. That's approximately 97% positive ratings.
What do you think?
If you like this kind of video and you want to see more from me, please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you'd like to see. They take me a while to do. What month is it? I started this in May, June, July, August. Oh no. Alright, well, have a lovely day, and I hope somebody sees this.